What's up, YouTube? So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down how I would start an agency fast. Reason being for this video is I'm recently starting with a new agency, which I'll have more details on in the future. And in order to do that, I made a quick diagram of everything that I'm going to need in order to get started, along with a little funnel here just to show you everything and how it works. So that being said, figured I'd share my knowledge and share how I'm going to get started. So let's dive into it. Our first step that we're going to dive into is the niche. So what we're going to do is, in terms of picking a niche, it's something that's overthought a lot. A lot of people overcomplicate it. All we have to do is look for a niche that we understand the sales process for, right? Sports schools are a great example of this. I used to play soccer from, just a little kid all the way up until, just a few years back. So I understand sports schools, let's say soccer clubs. I understand exactly what they're doing, how they're actually trying to sell. So it's going to be super easy for me to actually go out and sell to them because I understand what the service delivery would be like, and I can relate to the prospects I'm going to be speaking with on a very personal level. And with the niche, you want to be quick and you don't want to look back. You want to look for something that you understand, just like how I understand the sports schools or anything on that same level. And you want to, make sure that it is something that you could run Facebook or Google ads for. And then once you have kind of decided on that, you're good to go. Pick it, don't look back. Next thing, service. So we're going to look at the sales process that we understand. We're going to ask ourselves, is it a need or a want? So back with this soccer club example, you don't need to play soccer, right? No one has a gun to your head trying to make you play soccer. It is ultimately a want, right? You want to play soccer. You want to enroll your kids to play soccer. So knowing that, it's not going to be something we advertise on Google. It's going to be something that we advertise on Facebook. In this case scenario, organic content, I prefer Facebook. So that is what our service is going to be. Since it is a want, people want it, so we can have wide exposure ads, and we'll pull in a lot bigger of an audience and get better results. The next step we're going to dive into is offer. So we want to think about how we can get people in our niche a quick win. In most cases, it is going to be a database reactivation into a free trial. Offering a free trial off the jump is very feasible. It's very possible. Lots of people who my mentor Dylan coaches, see results extremely quickly like that. I prefer to do a absolutely zero money down on the prospects end database reactivation campaign to get them a quick win and then segue that into a free trial where they're using their own ad spend and then just not paying me for, media buying and doing all the automations. So I'm going to put together an offer so that we can get everyone that we're actually servicing a quick win. And now we have our niche service and offer down. And this is in a matter of 5 minutes, right? So we don't need to, overlook into things and do a bunch of niche research, categories and all that stuff. Want to pick something we're familiar with just to start, find a service, is it a need or a want, and then create an initial offer. After that, it's time to find niche congregation. So we need to look at where we can consistently find our niche so that we know what outreach channels are actually going to be effective when we begin to outreach on the next step or so. So examples of where you can find them could be Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email, or content. I have cold call here. It's definitely an option, but it's not the most effective option just because it's going to take a lot of time in comparison to all these other methods. And I believe from my own experience that they're going to be more effective just sending out messages and calling up the leads once people have already responded to you on a platform like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. So once we're going to find out like where sports schools congregate, I've actually already done the niche research. I know sports schools are going to be more so on Instagram and Facebook will be the easiest place to find them. The next thing I want to do is build a script. So in order to build a script, we're going to want to position ourselves as a lower authority to sell our offer, right? Because we're offering, and if we go back to this offer phase, we're doing a database reactivation into a free trial, trying to be some head honcho that is selling them an ad service and a certain ROI isn't going to work when we're trying to sell people. We're just going to want to be honest, position ourselves as someone that's starting and tell our story, right? So looking at this as, hey, full transparency, I'm just a 16-year-old trying to start a marketing agency. I grew up playing football and I just wanted to know if, you were willing to let me work for free in order to do some database reactivation stuff to get you some quick results, right? That could be an example of an outreach script that we use. It positions ourselves in the lower authority. And knowing that, we just need to determine what numbers we'll need to see success, right? So how much outreach we need to put in, etc. And on the step 6 of outreach, what I would do and what I'm going to be doing as I restart is going to be 2 meetings per day minimum. You outreach till you get 2 meetings on the day, 100 outbound minimum, and then all your follow-ups done. No questions asked. This happens every single day, no matter what, right? And By having a non-negotiable of this, it's going to make it very unreasonable not to see results just because I'm going to be speaking with so many people, connecting with so many people. And as long as my offer is nailed down, which it will be after servicing and providing it to a few people, I'll be absolutely good to go and I'll be moving with flying colors. So after we book our meetings, it's time to go into the sales process. One thing, when the prospect books in, you're just going to want to call them up if you haven't spoken with them already, thank them, confirm the meeting, genuine tone, and you want to tell your story and be authentic once we're on the call. But to dive back into this call, let's say someone books in with us through Instagram. We're going to give them a dial and say, hey, I'm just looking at my calendar for tomorrow. Just saw we had our meeting, super interested, hopping on. Can't wait to see you. And the way I like to look at it is if you're going to meet a friend, right? If you're going to meet a friend that you haven't seen in a while, so, you need to make sure they show up, or you're going to meet at a coffee shop, whatever it might be, you're not going to go to them and you're going to say, friendly reminder, we have a meeting at so-and-so time. You're going to be casual. You're going to be genuine, and that's how you're going to confirm this meeting tone as well, because these people don't want to be treated like robots. So once we get on the call, the next thing is, because we're a lower authority, we're going to have to draw this line over here. We're going to have to tell our story and be authentic. So just like we positioned ourselves as lower authority and we told our story in the outreach script, on the sales call, we're going to say that exact same thing again. We're just going to explain a little bit more about our offer right over here on that actual story. So talking about, how I grew up playing football, why I wanted to service it, why I'm actually, having the motivation to start a business, and then my proposed offer, which would be database reactivation to get them a quick win. And then, if they're seeing results, I would go ahead and warm sell them into Facebook ads, which I'll dive into right over here. But what we can say, it's zero money down. If I tell my story and I make them like me, it is, absolutely free on their part. So it will be an easy close in most situations if I've done a good job in the outreach and sales process to make them like me, to make them know who I am, and have a vetted interest in my story, my journey, my business. So next step is actually going to be step 8, and it's going to be our service delivery. So we're going to run our zero money down database reactivation campaign right over here, and we're going to generate any form of result. We get them any signups we can get them. Absolutely anything we can get is profitable for them because it's absolutely free. There's no money that they're putting down on their end. All they've given us is the access to their leads list, and we've got them money free of charge, right? So they're going to be happy, right? The best thing we want to do, though, is maximize what those results can be. And then as soon as, we've generated maximal results for them, or, results that we think are, valuable to them, something that they would like more of, that is when we're going to position the Facebook ad service. So if we were to do a database reactivation campaign for a soccer club and we were to get them, let's say $500 worth of signups, or a rep team, which would be, $2,000 worth of signups, let's say a few kids for a year being on a team. Now that we've made them $2,000, we can go, hey, would you be interested in potentially working on a free trial basis? We just put down, $500 on the Facebook ad spend, so that, we can just have some good traction. I can run the ads, and similar to the database reactivation, I'll be working absolutely for free to get you even more customers, right? And because we've already provided them great results and made them money with absolutely nothing down on their part, they like us, they trust us. So selling this Facebook ad, or whatever service we're going to choose, Facebook ads in our case scenario as a warm sell, is going to be super, super easy, right? And then once we've actually got them onto the trial, so once we've got them onto the free Facebook trial, after generating them results on that, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to warm sell them onto a pay-per show. Once we've got that, we can get a case study, and then we can start offering, small retainers or just pay-per commission at the very beginning, and we don't have to go through this whole process. But as you can see in this situation, it's going to be a pretty simple funnel, right? We do our outreach over here, goes to sales calls, our zero money down service, warm sell them, main service, and once we've given them our main service, we're just going to be collecting money after that initial 14-day free trial that we offer with everything. And this is how I would and how I actually plan on restarting an agency, right? It's very simple, very short, 8 quick steps. And the first steps that I really don't want you to overthink are all these right here, right? From anywhere from niche all the way to script building. This is not going to be as important as outreach sales process. So you want to, I would say, give yourself maybe 1 to 3 days to figure this stuff out, but you shouldn't be spending weeks not starting your agency because of this. This is no excuse to, keep watching videos, keep trying to find what's right. You just have to get off the ground. You got to get off the couch. You got to get in your laptop, and you got to start working, right? And as soon as you can just follow this quick step and I can, save a screenshot, look at it, whatever it might be, you can do this extremely quickly, right? I have complete faith that anyone can do it because it's super, super simple. And as soon as you get through this phase, it just becomes a matter of outreach and learning with time. And then as you get clients and as you get in conversation with people, you're going to learn your sales delivery with time. And because you're always being profitable and you're giving zero money down closes to these people, you're going to have a very easy time with no guilt, no pressure, actually servicing these clients. And it's going to be all around a lot easier for you. And this is really the best part of offering this free database reactivation and being so authentic and positioning yourself, because there's so many people in the agency space when they're first starting that will go ahead and try and make themselves an authority. And what I realized with that is that it's not easy, right? A lot of us are teenagers, college students, whatever it might be. We're not experts in marketing. So trying to make ourselves that way isn't always going to work. And, if we just go ahead and we position ourselves from the very beginning as someone who is interested in them, interested in their service, and a genuine figure, it's going to be so much easier to see results, to see success with whatever we're selling. And that is today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found value. And I really hope that if you hadn't started your agency up until this point, this gave you the final push and showed you exactly what you're going to need to do in order to start your agency. That being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.